The People's Champion versus the face of the company, two giants, two icons, two men who didn't just dominate the ring, they changed the ring forever. One electrified the world with a raised eyebrow. The other carried the entire company on his back for more than a decade, but their rivalry, their story, it goes way deeper than wrestling. Tonight, in this AllVsAll episode, we're not just comparing strength, we're diving into legacy, fire, ego, respect, betrayal, comeback, and the final question, backhand index pointing right. If these two warriors fought at their absolute prime, who walks out? And you decide that at the end. Let's begin. Two paths, one destiny, before they became legends. There were two young men chasing a dream nobody else believed in. Dwayne Johnson, once a football hopeful, then suddenly jobless, broke, sleeping on a mattress with only $7 to his name. John Cena, a bodybuilder kid from Massachusetts who drove across the country with his entire life packed in a Honda Civic that barely made it. They entered wrestling at different times, in different eras, with different expectations. No one expected The Rock to become the biggest superstar on the planet. No one expected Cena to become the backbone of an entire generation. But destiny had a plan. Their stories were always going to collide. The Rock, born for the spotlight, The Rock didn't just walk into WWE, he exploded into it. At first, the fans hated him, literally booed him out of arenas, but he didn't quit. He reinvented himself, became louder, sharper, funnier, more charismatic, and then, he became the People's Champion. He talked like he owned the mic, he moved like he owned the ring, he acted like he owned the world, and soon he did. The Rock was more than a wrestler, he was an energy source, a storm, a man whose presence could electrify an arena of 20,000 people with a single eyebrow raise. He didn't just entertain, he controlled the crowd. John Cena, built, not born. Cena didn't have the natural charisma, he didn't have the name, he didn't have the Hollywood look, he didn't have anything except work. But then something happened, a rap, a freestyle on SmackDown, and suddenly, fans saw something real, a hungry, focused, dangerous young athlete who didn't want fame, he wanted to fight. Cena climbed the ranks one brutal match at a time. He became the guy who never gave up, the guy who showed up every week, the guy who carried the company when everyone else left. He became the face of WWE, loved by half, hated by half, but always respected. Where The Rock was lightning, Cena was iron. Their clash, real rivalry, real heat. This wasn't just a story WWE invented, this rivalry was real. Cena once said The Rock left the business when it needed him. The Rock fired back, calling Cena a phony superstar. Backstage, things got tense, very tense. Two alpha personalities, two top spots, one spotlight. Their feud wasn't scripted, it was personal. Two generations fighting for the same throne. When The Rock returned after 7 years away, the arena didn't just explode, it erupted. Cena stepped up, two eras colliding, two titans walking toward each other. The world watched. Their matches broke records, their promos broke the internet. Their rivalry became the biggest storyline of the modern era. The fight styles, electricity versus endurance. The Rock, fast, explosive, charismatic even while fighting, a master of timing and big moments. He hits you with momentum and emotion, a performer and a fighter at the same time. John Cena, strong, durable, endless stamina, a tank with the discipline of a soldier. He doesn't slow down, he doesn't break, he doesn't stop. The Rock can overwhelm you, Cena can outlast you. One fights like a superstar, one fights like a machine. Secret truths, little known facts, deeper story. Here's where it gets really interesting. The Rock and Cena's first promos were so real. WWE didn't approve half of the lines. Cena trained harder for their matches than for any other opponent. He said, "I knew I was facing a legend." The Rock tore multiple muscles in their match but kept going anyway. Cena said he earned massive respect that night, after all the heat, all the insults, all the rivalry. Backstage after their final match, they hugged and thanked each other for changing their careers. The rivalry made them enemies, the journey made them brothers. Final moment, who walks out? Two icons, two legacies, two men who defined entire eras. The Rock, the man who became bigger than wrestling. John Cena, the man who kept wrestling alive, if they fought at their prime, if the crowd screamed for blood. If the lights went dark and these two stood nose to nose, backhand index pointing right, who do you think wins, The Rock or John Cena? Tell us in the comments your arguments, your logic, your passion.